Heroes and our dear old friends Mimighouls are back. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. I gotta tell you, I did not think I would be seeing this level of regional breakdown out here because I am absolutely in love with this. This is so cool to see that Centurion was your most represented deck out here. And you know what? I'm fine with this, actually. This just kind of proves that there's so many cool options in this format that you're able to just kind of come up with and challenge the meta with. And that's what we want right now. We want to be coming up with these combinations of cards to have the best victories. Now, we did have a Fire King. I mean, as we should, right? Like, if there's not a Fire King present, or, you know, at least a Snake Eyes representative, I feel like the event's kind of weird, you know? We also did have a Mimighoul duelist, and I think that was the thing that got me most excited about this was I've been wanting to see more people out here, you know, cooking up with the Mimighoul side of the deck, and the deck performed absolutely beautifully. We also do have a Tenpai duelist. I mean, why not, right? Having the best OTK present in the room isn't really going to change too much, and that's good. We also did have a Purely deck. Now, hold up here. Purely actually performing on this level is still really cool. We've seen the deck kind of return back to the metagame as of fairly recently, being a very decently strong rogue deck, and that's cool. We also did have Kashtira, so mid-range control also taking some very, very strong steps in the right direction. And then we also had a hero duelist out here, showcasing some of the very cool power that we can actually have out here. But this breakdown pretty much breaks so much of what we've been set to know with this format. And I gotta tell you, I think looking at this format now in this light just kind of proves that there's so many cool other options that you can actually do. Let's pass on over to deck list. Starting things off here, we have our standard Fire King list, actually playing the triple Ugalonics. I feel like this has become more of the norm at this point. Like, you want to make sure that you have the triple Ugalonics just to be able to smash through, do what you need to do. I do see, the fact you get to play old Garunix just brings a smile to my face. I'm so happy to see this. 2 Ponics with the triple Kirin. Alright, so we are maximizing on these now. 2 copies of Arvada. Yeah, this build definitely extended out more of the, I would say, the standard numbers at this point, just to make sure that, you know, you can get to the places you can be. Also, you know, Crossout Designator down here, being able to specifically stop any threat that comes your way off of the specific card name is so good. Also, the one of Skildren. Instead of that, I mean, extra deck is fine. Still only 1 Promethean Princess in this build. I know a lot more people are trying to do the 2, but you've got the Azamina package in here, so I don't know if you can really afford the extra anymore. I don't see why not, but alright. Next up here, we have Mimighoul. So we are doing the triple unicorn in here, which I think most people have kind of agreed with is pretty good. Being able just to kind of set up the free little extension if need be. And then we were on what? 1 armor, the 1 Cerberus, the 2 fairy, only 1 master. Told you guys master wasn't that good. And then 2 copies of the slime. And then, of course, 3 on the Archfiend, 3 on the Mimighoul dragon. I mean, these are your best cards. We're also not playing Fork, and we're not playing any of the other spells or traps. It's just Maker, Dungeon, and Room, which, I mean, are the good ones. Like, I don't think anybody's going to really challenge that at the end of the day. And then, of course, 2-2 split on the monsters. Yeah, that looks absolutely fun. Nice utopic Ray Lancer that we're getting a chance to kind of exploit down here as well. This build has some really, really, really interesting things going about it, and I like that a lot. All right, next up here, we have Tenpai OTK, so 2 Fadra, 2 Genroku. I'm actually fine with this. Also, we're playing the Perulias and not the Fulawas. Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. Like, if you're more worried about Yubel, this is probably going to be a better option for you anyway, just to kind of take advantage of. I do see Hello Quackimera Dragos and Friends. Good old Samurai Destroyer. Yeah, I feel like everything down here in this extra deck is essentially everything that you do want to be seeing right now. It's just very strong utility options. Also, Heavenly Spheres, being able to do the Bounceroo on back, do what you need, and of course, 3 Raigeki, 3 Droplet, I think is fine. you're in a situation that, like, you want to board break and go. You need to have as consistent as options as you can. And I guess maybe the Dominus Impulse and things like that might just lead you into too bad of a brick situation. You don't really want that. Next up here we have Purely. No Kashtira stuff, none of the extra fat that this build, I guess, tends to get you. We're also main decking a Singular Impulse. I don't know how I feel about that, because the effects of light and earth and wind, which means you would be solely relying on this. Of course, I mean, you're dealing with all of the elements down here. But I guess, to be fair, Nor itself is a dark, so I guess you wouldn't have to worry about too much of the punishing downsides to this. I just don't like having Dominus Impulse in a deck like this. I guess maybe as a card to cross out makes sense, because, you know, you don't want to lose it and you don't want to lose to a droplet, but it's just one of those situations. I don't know. I guess, well, I want to see more testing with this, or, you know, maybe see this deck having more success to kind of replicate that. That's definitely interesting. Okay, we have some Centurion actually doing the full branded package, or the Bysteel package in here. Yeah, I mean, hey, when you have literally the best extenders on into the regain, sub, and draw, I mean, why would you not want to play this, right? We are doing one Autry with one Gargoyle, too. 3/3 on the rest of these, and then, yeah, I think that's pretty standard. We are doing the one Wake Up, one Phalanx. We're not doing the other spell card either, which is okay. No Fulwars in the main, but we are playing the Perulias down here as well. I see Fulwars definitely just Hoptooth Rubber Goose done out of the format, it seems, for this event. It's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong, but, like, you look at this and you're like, huh, there definitely feels like a lack of some of these cards. Also, deck lockdowns to control the opponent, and of course, yield DD Crow to laugh at your opponent. Everything else down here looks fine. If you want a very fun deck to play, I do recommend Centurions. Like, this deck is just so freaking fun. Ooh, we have more Centurion for you. Wow, both of them definitely got jam-packed back here in the back. You can definitely see that this build chose to play the Awakening, which is not bad at all. Don't get me wrong, all right? True Awakening is one of those cards you look at and you're like, this is very, very strong for what it is, but a lot of people just choose not to want to play this right now. And I think that's fine. You do not have to dedicate slots to this, all right? You just got to decide in terms of deck building where you want to be going right now. You know, holy droplets, holy dark rollers. This build wanted to board break its opponent and just leave them in shambles. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but man, if you played against this and you got board breakered and got full Centurion comboed, I couldn't help but feel that you'd be a little bit salty out here on the back end of this. So definitely some interesting deck build out here for sure. Our next list out here is 60 card hero. And this is actually insane because this is playing Clayman and Sparkman. We've reached the point, everybody, that Sparkman and Clayman all have a regional top with built-in core polymerization to make ye old Thunder Giant in the year 2024. I kid you not, I think this is one of the happiest times that I have seen out here in my dueling career. Being able to actually see a hard-made Thunder Giant out here, being able to see play, and it's all because of Lordly Load. Like, this card actually giving the chance to normal monsters to actually see play. So many people, I think, are so happy to be able just to bring some of their old favorites to the table out here, just to be able to see what they can do. And that's beautiful. That's what this game is about. It's the level of support like this that Konami needs to keep pumping out to actually give these decks a shot. And then we also have some Kashtira back here. Oh, yeah. I love me standard Kashtira control. Good old Fenrir's, good old Rice Heart, and good old Unicorn out here. Do the special summon control dance all across my opponent. And then we have some dark holes to kind of control the field, maximizing on the desires to go find those resources. And I do see we are doing some thrust options in here to make sure that we can continue to play the game. Yeah, there's nothing else too crazy to point out about this, but this regional was insane. Like, there are so many cool things about this regional that I love. I love the fact that we have all these cool decks performing. That's amazing. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.